One of the most common and detrimental mistakes that I see lifters making is having a set amount of reps in mind that they're gonna do before they even begin the set. And the reason that's an issue is because when you have a set amount of reps in mind before you begin, you're sort of putting a mental barrier or a subconscious barrier on yourself before you even begin moving the weight. And I know this is common for a lot of people, and especially for myself. If I say, for example, that I'm gonna do 10 reps on my set, I just automatically fail or start to fail around that 10 rep mark. But on the other hand, if I just say I'm gonna go to failure no matter how many reps I get, no matter what the number is, as long as I'm failing, that's a good set. Now, knowing how many reps you did for this set, of course, still has its value, because then you can sort of track where you're at and track where you're going. But the number one thing that I always recommend is you go to failure. You always go to failure, no matter if the weight is heavy or if the weight is light. Let's say, for example, I'm doing bicep curls for 30 pounds and I get to 8 reps comfortably, but I continue to push forward. I do 9 reps, 10 reps, an 11th half rep, a 12th quarter rep, whatever it is. That period between 8 and 12 reps that I'm struggling are the most important reps that you can do. The reps before that, your body already provided you with enough muscle to do it. So it's not going to go out of its way to build more muscle for you, because your body works very efficiently. It doesn't waste its resources and energy unless there's a direct signal to do so. So always going past failure or to failure, very, very important. And if you want to take it even a step further, you do something called rest pause sets. These are amazing because every single time I think I failed, I go down, I rest, and I pause for 3 to 5 seconds. I get back up and I'm able to bang out 5 more reps on top of my failure. Those are incredibly valuable. I cannot stress it enough. This is taking it beyond failure, right? This is telling your body, like, you seriously need to start providing me with muscle, because I need to be able to move this weight for 12, 13, 14 reps, and you only gave me enough muscle to do this for 8 reps. That is not acceptable. I need enough muscle to do it for 15 reps. Another thing that's very beneficial in certain situations is drop sets. So let's say you're doing tricep press downs on the cable machine for 80 pounds. You go to failure, you drop down to, let's say, 60 pounds, you go to failure, you drop down to 50 or 40 pounds, you go to failure. These are very valuable to use and to slot in at the end of the workout for that particular muscle. So if I'm doing an arm day and this is my final tricep exercise and my final set, you might as well wring out every last bit of energy that you have in that muscle and beat it to shit and get everything you can out of that set and out of that workout, right? This is the best way to do it. Another tactic is something that I like to call overload sets. This uses the same principle as failure. It's where you're forcing your body to adapt to the weight that you need to be able to move. What you would do is, we'll use bicep curls again for an example, because that's something I really like to do overload sets on. You want to pick a weight that you struggle to do for clean reps. So for example, bicep curls for me would be something like 50 pounds. I'll take those 50 pounds and I'll get out as many reps as I can, even if they're half reps, quarter reps, whatever it is. Just do as many as you can. This is where you're telling your body, again, I need the muscle to be able to move this weight. Even though right now you're barely able to get it up, you're sending the right signals to your body. So slot in these overload sets with muscles that you really want to push the boundary with. So if you're somebody who wants to really blow up your back, for example, throw in overload sets on lat pull down or cable pulley. Lat pull down's a very, very good one that I like, because you get such a deep stretch at the top and it's such a long range of motion that you can really get some good reps even if you're only going halfway down. And if you're somebody who really wants to build your chest, you could do it on like a hammer strength plate loaded chest press or chest flies, whatever it is. Just don't do it on exercises that you can get injured on easily. So you're not going to go do overload sets on squats or overload sets on leg press or bench press or anything like that. Just do it on exercises that you can bail out quickly or that you could do safely with heavy weight. Now that brings me to my next point: sets for squeeze and stretch, and sets for weight. You want to have a good balance of both of these. Sets for stretch and for squeeze are done more so, of course, on isolation movements, and movements that are on the cable machine are very good for this. So for example, if I'm doing chest flies on the cable machine, I would focus on that deep, wide stretch. Sit in that stretched position for a couple seconds, really feel the blood flowing into the muscle. Then come in slowly, focus on the mind-muscle connection, get a really good squeeze at the top of the movement, and then continue to move on that way. And then sets for weight, of course, you're pushing yourself a little bit further with heavier sets, and you're moving weight that you're less comfortable with, focusing more so on moving the weight rather than, perfect form, or rather than focusing super hard on the squeeze and the stretch. You want to have a good balance of both of these. This way you're getting the best of both worlds. Hopefully everything made sense here today. I wanted to give you guys an idea of how I approach my sets and my reps. This is going to be very important to have all of these different tactics in your bag. The reason for that is because you're going to be able to break through plateaus and avoid plateaus completely in the future if you have all of these tactics ready to go and ready to execute on. If you guys learned something here today, feel free to leave a like. I'd really appreciate it, and it helps out the channel a lot. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you guys have, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of videos coming out in the future to help all of the natural bodybuilders out there achieve their dream physique and show you guys what's truly possible when you have the right systems in place. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one.